Hi. Thanks for visiting us at our channel, Better Than with DCC, today on Veterans Day, November 11th, 2024. I'm your host, Daryl, founder and owner of the DCC Group LLC Consulting, where we help your business create great teams and great cultures. And if you're a business leader or individual obsessed with self-development, we can help you with that too. In today's video, I'm spending some time saying thanks to veterans, all veterans, past and present, and to my own personal veteran hero and grandfather, Master Sergeant James Tramell Jr., a former U.S. Air Force veteran. Today's video is being primarily shot at a place of honor, one of the Veterans Memorial spots at Mercer County Park here in West Windsor, New Jersey. Stay tuned at the end of the video and I'll do a full, quiet, respectful walkthrough of this location. As always, on the Better Than with DCC channel, I want to share some thoughts and perspectives, some lessons my grandfather, the great veteran, shared with me that we could all use right about now. The three things he shared with me that have made me a better person. And no, they're not the only three. They're just the three that I found very inspirational today. And I hope they'll inspire you and take you down your own better than path with me. Number one, don't let your own judgment of people close your mind to how they can change over time. You see, my grandfather grew up in the 30s and 40s in what wasn't the most progressive town, Middletown, Ohio, but he made the most of it. And by the time he was old enough to join the military and go to the Far East, where he served in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, he had learned quite a bit. In fact, when he came home, he shared with me that he really realized his commitment to the USA wasn't just for him. It was for everyone, including people who'd mistreated him when he was my age, some of whom he knew never served, but got to live a far more sheltered and easy life in that hometown, Middletown, Ohio. But he said that some, not all, treated him with a lot more reverence and respect after he retired from duty. He didn't expect that. He realized they'd changed. They weren't hateful. They just hadn't become who they could be over time. He also shared with me that it was his own resentment and negativity that had blocked him for so long for recognizing that many of the people he thought he hated and their relatives were really treating me far better and differently than he was ever treated. So the lesson was, it's time for all of us to do that same thing. People can have differing perspectives. They can even treat someone else differently. But you got to give them a chance to treat you the way you deserve to be treated and the way you should treat them back. It's okay to have different perspectives on work, social, and political issues. But the fact is, we all need time to develop and change. The second lesson he gave me, he said, was really about combat. But today, it's really the strife and struggles we feel in our day-to-day business and personal lives. And he said, regardless of who you were or what you were doing, combat brought people together. So our difficulties, our challenges should be bringing us together. The real challenge is to identify where we can make progress and move along and move ahead together. You don't have to agree with everything someone says. You have to find ways to find the common ground and move ahead. Now, with this lesson, he reminded me that not everybody moves ahead in the same way or at the same time. He advised me not to spend my time trying to measure myself against others, because my lot or my place in life can't be theirs. No two people walk in the same shoes. No two people have the exact same perspective. So it's foolhardy to look and compare yourself so closely to each other. If you're a first in any way, career, professionally, socially, your path may be more difficult and filled with unknowns than anyone else will truly be able to appreciate. I can't express to you how unique that makes you and how that allows you to be the only one who can comprehend what's truly better in any situation. The third thing he told me was always leave people in situations better than when you encountered them. You see, throughout his service in foreign lands, he said his legacy was leaving those areas and those countries better off than they were when he and his fellow servicemen arrived. You see, they were in a foreign land, they didn't speak the same language, and they didn't share a lot of culture. But they all knew they wanted the same thing. They wanted peace, they wanted the conflict to end, and they all wanted freedom. So he fought for theirs, he fought for mine, he fought for yours. And so has every other veteran who's put on a uniform and done anything to serve this country. You see, what the rest of us don't do is drop our differences enough and leave things better off than we first encountered them. So remember to do that today. Remember to do it as an honor to the veterans who paid prices that we'll never pay ourselves. And on this Veterans Day and going forward, don't just say thanks to a veteran. Take the time to offer them a contact, a piece of information or advice that would help them. If you're in business, counsel one of them on their return to civilian life. That road itself is challenging. If you don't know or have contact with any veterans, then just do something, anything, for another person that will leave them better off today or that day than before they met you. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't invite you to thank or send a shout out to your own veteran heroes in the comments below. Be respectful, but please thank someone. If you made it to the end of this video, thanks for watching. And please give us a like and share it with someone that you think could use this information. Feel free to subscribe to be the first to get the next video update that we make here on DCC. We'll always promise to try to leave you better off than you were before. And before I cut away to do the respectful silent walk, if your name is Eric and you're my great nephew, then I gave you a little bit of history about your great grandfather, James Tramell Jr. You never had an opportunity to meet him, but he would have been proud of you. He would have been telling you, do whatever you can to make yourself and someone better than they've ever been.